embarrass me by running around looking like this. And I heard what he was saying, and he's yelling at me, telling me I'm going to hell. I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that. But I sure learned a lot about how someone may feel about me. And this is not an insult. It's not even a criticism. Everyone does this. We don't get an answer to a question, we fill in the blank. And it's usually with something icky. So-and-so didn't call me on my birthday? Well, I have a reason for it. Then you find out, you know, their house burned down or something, and they didn't really make too many phone calls that day. You know what I'm saying? And you go, wow, I really sure thought the worst. That shows who I am. That shows who I am in my heart. God knows the heart of man. That's in the Bible. And he knows that it's evil continually. That's in the Bible. So everything we don't understand, we either pronounce negative judgment on, whether we realize we're doing that or not, or we pronounce some kind of positive thing on it because we want to believe that that thing is that way because that's what suits us. And in the end, every single thing about life we don't understand, we put our own twist on to support our belief system, our needs, our wants, our fantasies, our feelings. I want to allow the guy who raised me to know that I am not running around trying to embarrass anyone. And I'm not telling anyone that they deserve to go to hell and making a mockery of that. Because that is the farthest from what I've done. Even in the song Burn in Hell, even when I was performing it in a dress that, because I'm a big guy, someone would figure it would have to be a muumuu to fit me, there was no mockery in what I did whatsoever. Hardly. Hardly mockery. Everybody knows I save my judgment and my mockery for the people who claim to be Christian, who make Jesus look bad. Everybody knows that's my target. Everybody knows straight across the board, that's my shameless, tactless whipping post. But it is certainly not people who don't already know him. It's certainly not people who don't already know him, unless they're walking around professing to be God. We got to be fair. Anyone walks around and says, I don't need God because I'm God, well, I guess there's two people. But I don't usually make fun of those people. I usually call them out. But the people I truly mock and make sport of are people who have Bibles in their home, are people who have bumper stickers on their car. Let's say the name of their churches. That makes me nervous. This is mine. If you want to put a bumper sticker bragging about me, I'll change my feeling about that immediately. Oh, I got to say something to TV Land. Hello, TV Land. You can give money to this ministry at www.PaisleyYankolovich.com. All right. It's going to work. I know it's going to work. Someone's going to go, did he just ask for money? Wow. They're going to move their mouse back a little bit so they can hear it again. And they're going to keep moving their mouse until they finally figure out what it is I said. And they're going to send $1 million. All right.
How many people are going to send $1 million?
I'm sorry, what?
How many people are going to send $1 million?
Only takes one.
How many people? Yeah, it only takes one. If they send it in a suitcase filled with cash, it only takes one. But if they send it through, sources, we need at least two. How many people? I don't know, man. Are you going to send me $1 million?
Well,
Then shut up. All right.
If I had a trillion, I'd send you $1 million.
If what?
If I had a trillion, I'd send
If you had $1 trillion, you send me $1 million.
Wow.
Do you have $5? No? I was going to say, if you have 5, give me 1. Just to see if you would. All right. I have no idea where I was. You totally ruined my act. I got to start over. I'm going to play my opening song again. Samuel's about to anoint. See, I always go back to whatever it was I started with and I remember the rest. Samuel's about to anoint Daniel, and God says, I see the heart, not the outside. But he's not talking about the muumuu or the suit. I want to say on a personal note, it would mean the world to me that every single person I've ever known in my life would be in this environment at least once. It would mean the world to me. Because there's nothing more delicious in life than vindication. Nothing. Nothing. And the one thing that I've seen in my life experience, the thread that goes through every aspect of my life, is every person I've ever known in my life has seen me dance around in a muumuu as a fat guy telling people to go to hell. That's the one thing I know. Everyone I talk to, God, I saw you on YouTube, man. What are you doing? I get that a lot. And I see people fill in the gaps from when they met me last or saw me last to who they think I am now. And the one thing that would make me the happiest fat muumuu wearing guy in the world would be to see that people found out that whether they agree with me or not, I sincerely stand for the true and living God. And that I've made the sacrifices, I've made the choices, I've accepted the calling on my life. I have worn the muumuu and been the fat guy. I've done this because I will do anything to draw attention to Him who sent me. And then it's a wonderful feeling to have people go from thinking you're a monster or a joke to saying, I may not get this, but man, you're very sincere. And kind of in a weird way, very down to earth about the whole thing, all muumuus considered. And there's nothing like it, because the one thing that I know that sends as a message to people is that Jesus is grounding. That no matter how not so wacko Christians come off in the media, the real Jesus brings peace. And He binds hearts in one accord, no matter what people look like on the outside, no matter what they bring to the table, because He works with hearts, and all hearts have one thing in common. They're evil. But Jesus moves in and transforms us in our heart. So when He said, you know, don't judge the boy king, because his heart's amazing. And I know what his heart's going to be like forever. And that's what I'm working with, is his heart. And I hated it when people said, oh, just close your eyes when you go see Paisley, because if you don't look at it, first off, he sounds like Neil Diamond if your eyes are closed, and second off, then you don't see all the stuff. And I would say, don't do that to people. I want them to stare at me. I want them to have to take it all in. I worked hard on this. But I want to say on a personal note, I think what I'm doing right now is so profoundly subversive that no one would even know. This is like my favorite sleight of hand is what I'm doing right now. This thing that is so much more conservative than dancing around in a muumuu. This thing that, is so much more palpable that my downloads have just gone crazy. That I'm getting all this attention, this thing that I've cleaned up for and become more conservative. I've always shown my hands. I've always said, what was going on behind the scenes to people, because there's so much more going on that I don't have to ever tell, that it looks like I've totally exposed everything. God is very clever in how He works in the hearts and minds of men. And He knows exactly what it needs to look like, sound like, smell like, taste like, feel like, and be like at the exact moment for the exact purpose he wants to accomplish. So if God says, dude, start wearing dresses, I don't care, I'll wear dresses. It was fun. I hope I get to do it again. I kind of got used to it. I feel like I'm cross-dressing right now. But if God says, you know, man up, okay. I'm still the same guy, man. That's the whole thing. See, I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, I would perform and I'd catch my reflection somewhere and I'd be like, oh my gosh, you let me go out looking like this? And I do it now. There's a mirror right there and I get too close and I'm, oh no, I don't want to see that. I want to pretend I'm still skinny enough to wear the mini. You know? It's all the same thing to me. It's all the sneaky, clever ways that God has manipulated me to be a vessel for whomever he's going to draw to me whenever and however. And all I got to do is show up and get dressed up and go to work. Yeah, but are you saying you don't mean it? Oh, no, I mean it. Ask my kids. I kind of dug it. Kind of a weird, kinky way. Yeah, kind of teeter on the edge sometimes. But if you're a guy and you haven't worn a dress, don't judge until you try it, because, I don't know, Jesus wore them. The Pope wears them. They can't be wrong. Wow. You think about it. I think, though, the Pope would be more comfortable in the mini. But then you have to worry about your shoes. You can't wear flats with a mini. You know? And I don't see the Pope wearing combat boots. I mean, I can picture the Pope wearing combat boots, and I sure can Photoshop the Pope wearing combat boots, but, well, I don't want to be taken to some room downstairs for going too far on the Pope jokes. He's very sensitive. Every human being is responsible for their heart. Every human being is responsible for turning off their friggin' phones.
I did.
Oh my gosh. Oh, stop it. Do something. Oh my gosh. Famous Broadway star Patti LuPone was in the middle of a performance last year, and someone's cell phone started ringing. And she tried to act like she didn't hear it. She tried to act like she didn't hear it. But it just kept ringing and ringing. She said, turn the phone off. You can see it on YouTube. It's great. It's great. I would be really scared. I'd be like, oh my gosh. The person on stage just like stopped and yelled at me during a play. And she got in a lot of trouble. She got a lot of heat for doing that, because you're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, what else are you supposed to do? There's no usher running up. There's no one dropping a curtain and making an announcement. No, you say, excuse me. We both know you're here, and we both know I'm here. Turn the... Oh my gosh. Wow. God knows our hearts. We are responsible for our hearts. That's why we say, Jesus, live in my heart, because he goes to the dirtiest part of the house and starts cleaning it. It is very easy to judge the outward appearance of a human because, well, this is our calling card. This is our calling card. Boy, am I judging you people. But you know what? In the end, it's the best we could do. It's the best we could afford. It's the best we had time for. It made most sense at the time. There's other factors other than this is me. You know what I'm saying? Well, Paisley, you have time to pick out your costumes and get them all ready. I mean, give me a break. That wasn't like thrown together. Actually, it was thrown together. Actually, I'm a guy. I have about a 5-minute attention span for getting dressed. It's not like I spend hours, you know, delinting. You know? My gosh. I don't even buy anything you have to iron. Or I don't iron anything that's supposed to be ironed, even if it is ironable. We are responsible for our innards. I could care less what people look like on the outside, but I think some people are funnier looking than others. I think those things going around about people you see at Walmart is kind of mean. It's funny, but it's mean. Because, I don't know, I remember going into a Walmart right before a show once because my eyeliner broke. And I walked into a Walmart all by myself in another state. And I bought eyeliner all dressed up for a show, and I felt really weird. And I was like, how do you let everybody at Walmart know that in 2 hours you're going to be wearing boxers and a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, and watching Jay Leno? How do you let them know you're not who they see? And then I sat there and I went, well, I am who they see because this is what I chose. Well, this is what God called me to. Yeah, God called you to be a drag queen for Jesus. Yeah, people buy that. It's true. And I was like, this is very complicated. In the end, I realized, how do I let everybody at Walmart know my heart? How do I let them all know my heart? Well, start singing, of course. I'm in the middle of Walmart. I am a poor, you know. I wish I had thought of that. You know, if someone were with me, I would have done it. Someone with me, I would have said, you know what? I'm going to sing. I'm going to start doing that from now on. I'm not wearing dresses at Neil. Makes me want to wear a dress to Walmart. I'm going to plan a field trip. Anyone come with me if I wear a dress to Walmart and sing? All right. All right. Yeah. Somebody tells me you guys just want to, like, film it. Okay. No, that would be fun. But seriously, how am I going to let them know my heart? Well, wait a minute. You just said yourself that what's on the outside doesn't matter. So if people come to your shows and they close their eyes, maybe they can see your heart better. Stop catching me in my own words. I hate when I catch myself in my own words. The problem is, I want people to see my heart all the time. And it's always on my sleeve, and if you close your eyes, you can't see it. That was good, wasn't it? That was good. But it's true. We're all the same. I'm more obvious about it, but we're all the same. We want to be noticed. And I want to be noticed in the suit, and I want to be noticed in the dress. And if someone comes to my house to work on my AC and I'm wearing my boxers and a t-shirt, I'm thinking it's a shame they can't see my heart. And what I'm really saying is, like, it's a shame they can't know I'm this amazing rock star / minister. And then if someone comes to the show and they're like totally freaked out and grossed out, I'm like, it's a shame they can't see me at home and see I'm normal and down to earth. Complicated. In the end, we want people to know us on all the different levels that we're good, the same way we don't want to take the time to know them. My gosh, I have been dismissed so many times in the last 7 years by so many people. I was thinking about it. I was remembering that there was a church that I played at in Yucca Valley. And someone took me into a back room. And you know, when they take you into a back room, anywhere in the world, it's bad. I'm telling you, it's bad. Even if they're going to like give you something good, it's bad. Don't ever go alone. Someone took me in the back room and said the words, "This is not a venue for you." Are you saying that you don't want, I didn't do a good job? I mean, it's packed and got a good love offering. This is not a venue for you. That's all they kept saying. I said, do you know another sentence? This is not a venue for you. Okay, you don't know another sentence, but you do know how to switch the accents around. This is not a venue for you, Paisley. No, that's the same sentence with my name at the end of it. They said it to me 5 times. I said a very short sentence back. Had 2 words. And I thought about that today when I was preparing. I was going, that really made me feel bad. To be talked to like that. And I went, wait a minute, how many times have I been talked to like that in the last 7 years? All the time. All the time people said stuff like, just put up their hands. Some weird grunt sound like, no. I was like, wow. But you're my mother. No. But seriously, how many times have I gotten that? can't count. I can remember everyone, but I can't count. Because I want people to give me time. However long it takes, a lifetime, if that's what it takes to see my heart. That's what I want. But man, we just don't want to do that. That takes work. That's called a relationship, and that takes work. To spend a lifetime with someone seeing their heart. See, I've said all along, the reason why we get married is because we need an audience. We do. We do. People always think, this is where I get that from. My gosh. Not at all. I mean, I love anybody that supports what I do, but man, just an hour or two, then it goes away. But people dismiss me all the time, and I suspect, as perfect as I am, I dismiss people too. That there are people that say, you know, if he'd just given me more time, he would have seen this about me. He would have known this about me. We're very impatient with that. God sees it all at once. Anything good about your heart that you have came from Him, and He showed it to you. My experience, it takes a lifetime to see a lot of goodness in my heart. I've known the Lord almost 29 years, and I can honestly say that it takes that long to see as much as I've seen. It wasn't all on the first day. We need to start allowing God to make our hearts more obvious to others. And that starts with relationship, and it ends with relationship, and everything in between has to do with relationship. Relationship with Him, relationship with others, relationship with ourselves. We need to concentrate on heart matters because our hearts matter more than anything. I have purposely set myself up to feel judged for a very long time. After a lifetime of feeling judged when it wasn't my choice. And all I've learned from it is that that is impossible to fix in others. It's impossible. Unless God changes people's hearts. But for some reason, at the end of it, I judged less than I did 7 years ago. I seem to talk more about what I don't like than I did 7 years ago, but I seem to judge a whole lot less because I know how God works. And I know how He changes hearts, sometimes really fast. And I know that me pronouncing my opinion on others serves no purpose except to make it impossible for me to be an agent of God's love touching people. And I don't mean that ooey gooey, huggy, lovey-dovey love. I mean that life-changing, soul-saving love. That only comes when people sit with you and go, I really do feel the presence of the Lord around you, Paisley. I really do feel the presence of the Lord in this room. And I know I'm not going to do this, but I know if I ask people to show me your hands if you feel the presence of the Lord, and I know some hands would go up. Because I know the difference. I know the difference from 20 minutes ago to right now. What's happening in this room. So what I am going to do is this. I'm going to ask everyone to please close your eyes. And the reason I do this is because I want to give everyone some privacy. And I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to steal your cigarettes. No thanks, I'm trying to cut down, brother. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're cute in a way. All right. God, thank you for everyone in the room, and thank you for everything you've done in our lives up till now. Thank you for how much you love us. Thank you for everybody in TV land. And I just want to say right now, if you're here tonight, and you do feel the presence of the Lord in this room, show me your hand. Give me some encouragement. Thank you. I don't usually say that, but it was unanimous. That's a room full of people that really want me to wrap this up fast. Well, praise God, whatever it takes. I feel the presence of the Lord here tonight. If you're here tonight and you do not have Jesus living in your heart, please don't leave without him. I'm not going to make this a big thing. I'm just going to tell you that if you don't have Jesus currently in your heart and you're here tonight and you feel the presence of the Lord in the room, or if you're in TV land and you feel the presence of the Lord in your room, you know that it's love. You know that it's real. And you may not know all the particulars, but someone in your life does. Someone in your life loves you and loves Jesus. And you can call them, or come to them, or come to me, or email me, all of the above, and talk about what you're experiencing right now. But if you're here tonight, or if you're in TV land tonight, and you want to begin that process of allowing Jesus in your heart, either for the first time or the millionth time, show me your hand. Don't be looking. Close your eyes. Show me your hand. Show me your hand. My hand's up because I said even the millionth time, by the way. And I figured I'd get at least one more hand for that.
I forgot what you said.
What?
I forgot what you said.
I forgot what I said too. That's why I have to go back and watch this later. I'll see it again. If you're here tonight and you either want to begin the process of allowing Jesus in your heart for the first time or the millionth time, that means either 1 to 1,000,000 and all the numbers in between. Show me your hand. I got a few more in the deal. All right. Don't fall off the ladder. That would be hilarious. It'd be like in the Bible, man, when someone fell out the window. But then again, if you fall and you die, I could raise the dead. It's good for ministry. You know, the numbers will go up. That was tasteless. God, thank you for these souls, and thank you for these hearts. Thank you that you're going to do a work. Just because you exist and we set aside time to give you a chance. Please bless everyone here tonight. Bless everybody in TV land. Keep everybody safe, healthy, and prosperous, and especially if they're going to give to this ministry. And www.PaisleyYankolovich.com. And please bless the rest of our night. In Jesus' name, amen. Someone yell encore, because I really want to